India and China have been facing off on various territorial and maritime fronts, including the Galwan Valley, Doklam, and Arunachal Pradesh disputes, which have been recurring issues. In recent years, tensions have escalated with the emergence of naval conflicts. Until 2019, India's naval presence was primarily limited to the Malacca Strait, but it has since expanded into the South China Sea through joint exercises with countries like the Philippines. Meanwhile, Chinese naval vessels, particularly submarines and hydrographic research ships, such as the Yang Wang vessels, have been frequently spotted in Indian waters, raising concerns over security and sovereignty. A significant incident occurred when the Indian Coast Guard ship Chinook, en route to Japan, was followed and harassed by a Chinese vessel in the Scarborough Shoal area, territory claimed by the Philippines but contested by China. The Scarborough Shoal has been a hotspot of tensions, with Chinese forces continuously asserting their claim by deploying Coast Guard ships and militia vessels. In response, Indian naval forces have increased their presence and vigilance in the region to deter further Chinese encroachments. Chinese naval forces have been shadowing and attempting to intimidate Indian vessels, demonstrating a calculated effort to dominate regional waters. India's maritime influence has grown significantly, extending beyond the Indian Ocean into the South China Sea. Since 2019, India has engaged in naval exercises with ASEAN countries and other strategic partners, such as the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, Quad, which includes the United States, Japan, and Australia. These joint exercises aim to enhance maritime security and ensure free and open sea lanes. In contrast, China's naval presence has been expanding in the Indian Ocean, with increased activity around strategic locations such as Sri Lanka, the Maldives, and the Bay of Bengal. Beijing's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, has further strengthened its influence in the region through infrastructure projects and debt diplomacy. China's maritime strategy follows a pattern of gradual encroachment known as gray zone warfare. This involves sending Coast Guard ships, fishing vessels, and civilian ships into contested waters, gradually establishing control without direct confrontation. The Chinese Coast Guard, unlike India's, operates as a paramilitary force, boasting over 250 vessels, some as large as 10,000 tons. In addition, China employs maritime militia forces disguised as civilian fishing fleets, which often engage in intelligence gathering and aggressive maneuvers. This approach has led to escalations in regions such as the South China Sea, where China has used intimidation tactics, including blocking and surrounding foreign vessels, obstructing their movement, and even engaging in minor skirmishes. India has taken a firm stance against Chinese aggression, evident in border clashes like the Galwan Valley incident, where Indian forces successfully pushed back Chinese troops. Unlike other countries, India has consistently resisted China's expansionist policies, leveraging its growing naval capabilities to counter Chinese influence in the Indo-Pacific region. The Indian Navy has commissioned new warships, submarines, and aircraft carriers to strengthen its maritime dominance. Furthermore, India has been working closely with international partners to develop a comprehensive strategy to counterbalance China's aggressive posturing. As the situation in the Indo-Pacific evolves, India's naval presence continues to grow, ensuring a strategic counterbalance to Chinese influence. The ongoing India-China maritime and territorial disputes highlight the strategic competition between the two nations. As China continues its expansionist tactics through economic, military, and diplomatic means, India remains vigilant and proactive in defending its interests. Strengthening alliances, modernizing defense capabilities, and maintaining diplomatic channels will be crucial in navigating the complex geopolitical landscape of the Indo-Pacific region.